Hey guys, welcome to a new part of the build log video, or build log project I'm doing now. So I'm gonna do a couple of unboxings in one video, so it's probably gonna be like 3 unboxings or perhaps 4 or 5. Let's make it, I'm counting motherboard, power supply, graphics card. Let's perhaps also do the memory and CPU. It's always interesting to have a look at that as well. At least unbox it. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the motherboard here first. So we have the box, and there's a lot of information here. You have the military class 2 advertisement here, and that's actually that they are using solid capacitors and solid farad chokes as well. And they have click BIOS, which is BIOS that you can use with your mouse, so that's pretty cool. And apparently there's also 1 second overclocking OC Genie 2. So I think that's a button on the motherboard, or we'll see. And yeah, it has the P67 chipset. Back there's some more information. Showing a lot more stuff, but mainly the OC Genie and click BIOS and the military class stuff. And there's some specifications on this side, pretty much just saying which CPU it can work with, the memory, and all these slots, etc. So let's have a look at the inside. So let's have a look at the motherboard itself. Alright, so as always, you always get the accessories first in these boxes. So you have the drivers on a CD here, quick installation guide, some adapters for, I think, for the USB ports if you need those for your case. So that's pretty useful. I/O shield, software application, another guide for the software. Another guide for the motherboard in general, and we have SATA cables. These are probably SATA 3 cables. Yep, SATA 3. And oh, this is really useful. They have included a adapter. Oh, that's pretty cool. Never seen this before. They include a adapter for USB 2 to USB 3. So actually, you won't have an upgrade or something, but the speed. Well, no, sorry. If you have a USB 2 port and you don't have the connection on your motherboard, you could use this to use the USB 3 connection on the motherboard. So that's pretty cool. But I think we're gonna be needing another adapter because we have this port here, and I don't think we have an adapter for that. Whatever. That's not really a problem. Let's have a look at the motherboard, which is in this box right here. Let's see how this box opens. I'm gonna cut this little bit of tape here, and there we go. Pretty nice motherboard with a brown PCB, and we have a few stickers here for advertisement. I'll take those off later, and also a plastic here. I'll take that off before I forget it. So it's important, otherwise the chipset will probably overheat or something, or it might get too hot. Alright, so they have the they actually have on every choke they have they say SFC, which I think stands for a solid farad choke, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, here's the CPU socket, and that's an 1155 socket. And then right here on the I/O side we have 7.1 audio, 2 USB 3 ports, total of, wow, 8 USB 2 ports. That's really nice. Internet port, coaxial port, and the other port, which is the name I forgot. I think this is for clearing CMOS. Yeah, it is. And this is a dual PS2 port, which you can use for either mouse or keyboard. Alright, so really nice. We have 8-pin power here as well. So, okay, good layout on the motherboard. Okay, so let's put that one aside and let's get over to another unboxing. Okay, so right here we have the power supply, which is the OCZ Mod Extreme Pro power supply. It's a 600 watt version, and yeah, you have 3 years warranty on this. It's supposed to be 80 plus certified, and it has ultra high efficiency, which is just actually a high efficiency for me of 82%. And yeah, let's just unbox this and see what's inside. So, like that. Alright, so we have a user's manual on top here with a lot of text inside. Let's start with the power supply itself, if possible, or no. First have to take this out, I guess. Which is, let me have a quick look here. Oh, we have to take it all out all at the same time or something. That's annoying. Alright, so the power supply. Oh, looks really nice. It's got a nice paint coating, sorry. We've got a big on-off switch here. I think this is a 140 or 139mm fan on top here. And it's modular, not entirely, but the standard cables are the 24-pin, which is a 20 plus 4-pin cable, a 8-pin, and oh no, this is the 4, and this is the 24-pin, and then you have this one as a 4-pin CPU power, and this one is an 8-pin CPU power cable. So alright, really nice. Then we have a power cable included, which is always very useful, and a nice little bag here. And of course the cables inside, which nice black sleeving and good Molex connector, so that's nice to see. There's also a little bag here with screws, and that's pretty much it for this power supply. Yep, that's all. Alright, let's move on to the next unboxing. Alright, let's have a look at the memory. So this is the Corsair XMS3 memory. We've got 8 GB right here, and it has a speed of 1333 megahertz. So let's simply open this by cutting the seal here at the top, I guess. Yep. That should be it. Ah, they keep texting me. Damn it. Alright, so 2 memory modules right here. We have 2 of these memory modules here. Let's try to take him out of the little plastics here. They're both exactly the same, so for now I'm just going to take out one just to show you guys. So we have these modules. And now the processor, something which you will probably see me very rarely do. is unboxing a processor. So this is the Intel Core i5 2500K processor, LGA 1155. And it has 4 cores, it has Turbo Boost technology too, Intel HD Graphics 3000, and everything else which you can actually read right here. And of course, unboxings are always about opening the box, and I'm not going to repeat that or keep repeating that all the time. So right here we have, it's not going to come out by itself, I'm going to have to force it to, but I don't want to force anything, so how did they open it again? Just like that, of course. Stupid me. So we have the stock cooler, which we're not going to use, so we can throw that away. Because we're going to use, wait, I actually said that I'm going to use this one, but I'm not going to use that one because I actually measured the size of the cooler. So I'm going to use the Cooler Master Hyper TX3 Evo CPU cooler, but that's just a minor change in the project, so nothing really big changes there. And then we have the CPU. Let's figure out how we have to take that out. So if I'm not mistaken, it was about that, and then yeah. So this is the CPU. This little guy costs so much. I'm always surprised about how much this little thing costs. Okay. Okay, very quickly, this is actually the CPU cooler that we're going to be using. This is the Cooler Master Hyper TX3 Evo. The other one, the 212 Evo, was a bit too high for the case. As I mentioned in the other video, it's this case isn't very wide, so the heat pipes of that CPU cooler were going to touch the window, which isn't great because it's gonna make scratches and all. And this one is less high, so it'll fit in right there. Normally it should fit perfectly. Okay, so let me do some building. I'm gonna do a pre-build first, so I'm gonna put everything in the case without doing too much cable management. As you can see, I kind of stripped the case apart a little there, and I'm just gonna do a quick first boot after I've done that, just to make sure that everything works. If something doesn't work, if a component fails, then we have to take that to the shop again and get our warranty. But hopefully that doesn't happen. But I'm just doing this because sometimes I've noticed that a component can fail and you've done an entire build and then you have to like take out a motherboard or something, and that's very annoying. And certainly if you have to take out a power supply, your entire cable management gets destroyed. So yeah, let's do that pre-build now, and I'll see you guys in another update. Alright, so I've got the case, nice, installed the motherboard inside and also the CPU, as you can see. And I'm going to use the GC Extreme from Gel Solutions thermal paste to install the CPU cooler. So I'm gonna put that on now, so I'll keep you up to date on that. Alright, and the CPU cooler is installed, and now the other thing. So I'm gonna do the memory, the graphics card, the power supply, and the hard drive and all that, and we'll do a boot and check out if everything works. And yeah, if it does, then I'm gonna take most of the things out again, except for the motherboard probably. And I'll do a decent cable management job, try to do some decent cable management, and yeah, I'll keep you guys up to date on that. Okay, so I noticed that, I noticed during the editing of this update that I probably did something wrong when I tried to film the unboxing of the graphics card, because I don't find the file, or I just find a little file where I just see the box for a few seconds, so must have pushed the button for like twice instead of just once. But whatever. This is the box of the graphics card, and these are the accessories. So we have the driver's manual, driver's manual, software and drivers with a manual on the CD. You have a speed setup, so I think this is a quick setup guide with a few other things in multiple languages. Then you have an HDMI to DisplayPort adapter, as well as a VGA to DVI adapter. And there's two of these Molex to 6-pin connector adapters. And of course, and now you can see a big part of the case, because I've already built the entire system now in this. Well, I've built the entire system. This is the pre-built. Of course, this is not the cable management. Really, if that were the cable management, I'd have to put a bullet through my head. But no, okay. And that is the graphics card right there. And let me add some light as well quickly, so you guys could at least see the graphics card once. I'm gonna show you guys it in other videos as well, but yeah, this is the graphics card. And actually I'm gonna show you guys the box itself, if I can do that with one hand. It's gonna be quite difficult, because the box itself is really nice. This is actually a box inside a box, which they often do. Just bear with me here, guys. I'm gonna put down my camera for a second. So alright, we have a box inside a box, and this is the box which is inside the other box. That opens, and that reveals this, and you can see that these logos are actually they have gold color. And then you open this, and then you can find the drivers and the manual in there. Here you were able to find the well, accessories in this part, and underneath this there was the place where the graphics card was, but now it's in the system right there. But here was the graphics card. It wasn't in an anti-static bag, which I'm actually used to see normally, but for some reason it wasn't. But that doesn't really matter normally, or it shouldn't matter. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next update.